I think art is mainly, it's not in the art itself, it's in people's heads.
We really want to put the effects of art to the test. We want to see, does art do anything special, or is it just an everyday stimulus? And it seems like there's some specific things going on. There's maybe some magic to art that we still don't really understand.
Mario Gollwitzer and Marlene Altenmuller are social psychologists at Ludwig Maximilian University of Munich, where they are investigating how art can help communicate the realities of war, atrocity, and injustice. When images of suffering are framed as art instead of news, can they move viewers from contemplation to action?
We're trying to find out how people approach visual stimuli of injustice and see what makes people engage with what they see.
We are wondering, can pictures of war, for example, really horrible pictures, can art maybe have specific power to make people stop and look at these pictures and then also elaborate on what they are showing? Wondering, what does this have to do with my life? How can I do something about these horrible things these pictures show?
If you see pictures displaying suffering, like a picture of a war scene, a crime scene, the intuitive reaction is to avoid those. So look away. It's the fight or flight response that is very intuitive and very, very quick. But if the same visual content can be aestheticized, meaning that you can look at the content from a different angle, so to speak, with a perspective on the aesthetic qualities. These more aestheticized viewing mode, I think makes a difference. Makes it easier for people to relate to the content.
We think that maybe art makes people view certain stimuli in a psychologically distanced way. People don't react with their normal everyday emotions to such a stimuli, but these emotions are attenuated. So this distance makes people then stop and look at these images, makes people able to elaborate on what they are seeing without being shocked away. We are social psychologists. We typically work with experiments. So we really thought about this big question and broke it down into two parts. For this first part, we showed people war photography. And then we told them, okay, this is a press image or this is an art object. And then we measured how do people interact with the stimulus. And what we can see is that actually people think the very same images we showed them are more aesthetically pleasing when they think it's art. Currently, we are running a bigger study where people get a set of VR goggles and they are in a virtual environment, and we either tell them this is a press office, or we tell them, same room, this is an art gallery. So the images you see are art objects.
Participants see exactly the same pictures displaying suffering, but either the framing as a newsroom or as art, we think makes a difference of how they engage with the pictures.
They will get paid with 10 euros and €1 coins, and they have an opportunity to donate whatever amount they want of these €10 participant fee to a specific NGO that tries to help victims in war regions.
That is a very behavioral measure of the effects of aestheticization as we define it.
What we know is that the moment people think they're engaging with art, their viewing mode changes. So they perceive things, if they believe this is an art object, in a different way than they would normally perceive it.
One finding that we can take away from our experiments is that enriching a visual stimulus with artistic features can be a bridge for people to engage with what they see. It can lead to pro-social outcomes on the side of the viewer.